So basically the measurements we shall be working with today are as follows: your length of sleeve, half of your armhole, 1/12 of your bust measurement, and then your elbow measurement and the wrist. The reason I'm using elbow and wrist is to include both short sleeve and long sleeve. So let's just get started. Alright, so here we go. I shall be making use of this paper. This is not a pattern paper, but that is what I shall be making use of. Alright, I'm going to determine the beginning of our sleeve. That is our shoulder line. I'll just draw a line. Alright, I'll also measure out the length of my sleeve, and I'll be using 22 inches. So I'll just go ahead and mark out 22 inches. Seam allowance is not included. I'll just measure it out and draw a perfect straight line. Alright, having done that, I'm going to measure out my cap sleeve. And what is the formula for finding cap sleeve? It is your bust measurement divided into 12 plus half an inch. So since my bust measurement is 42 divided into 12, it will give me 3.5, and then I'll be adding my half an inch, making it 4 inches. So I'll just go ahead and mark out my 4 inches. The essence of this is to allow a free movement of your hand when you wear your clothes, so that it does not tear your clothes. Alright, now placing my tape on top of my cap sleeve, I'm going to measure out half of my armhole. Remember, my armhole usually is 9, but by the time I remove my 1 inch seam shoulder slope, it will be left with 8. So I will just measure out 8 inches. So 8 inches is half of my armhole. That is front and back joined together, which is 16. If you divide it, it is 8 inches. Now I'm going to make a straight line from the beginning of our sleeve here to meet my 8 inches. I hope you can see that. Now if you are adding seam allowance or ease to your fabric, this is where you add it. You can extend it and extend the line to meet it. I hope you understand me. But here I'm not adding anything. Whatever I need to add will be on my fabric. Alright, having done that, I'm going to determine the midpoint of this line I drew here. This is 9 inches, so the midpoint should be 4.5. On that 4.5, I will go up by half an inch, which is here. Now, having done that, I will also draw a straight line from this half an inch to still meet my half round armhole. Alright. Now, having done this, I will just use my French curve if you have one, and from this beginning of our sleeve, curve it to meet this point. You should have something like this. So this is our basic sleeve, but over the years there has been variations, which is no longer in existence now, though it is phasing out gradually. And that variation is the difference between the front sleeve and the back sleeve. Alright, this is our back sleeve. Now, over the years, the way it used to be done is like this. You use your French curve again. From here, curve out another line to meet this midpoint. And then you turn your French curve the other way again. To meet your half of armhole. I hope you understand it. So if I want to use this front sleeve, all I have to do is just cut it from here. This is the front sleeve, and this is the back sleeve. I hope I made myself very clear. All right, now I'm going to measure out my shoulder to elbow measurement, and mine is 14, which is here. I will just mark out my 14 just for my perfect straight line. I will also prolong the line. All right, having done that, I'm going to measure the circumference of my elbow. I already did, and it's giving me 12 inches. Divided into 2 will give us 6 inches, which is here. All right, now I'm going to also measure my wrist. Remember, this basic sleeve includes both the short sleeve and the long sleeve. All right, measuring my sleeve, it will leave us at 8 inches. Divided into 2 will give us 4 inches. So I will just connect this my half of armhole to my elbow measurement and then to my wrist measurement. At the end of the day, you should have something like this. All right, so this is our basic sleeve. I could just go ahead and cut it out, but I need to also add something. If you are using this pattern to cut out your fabric, all you need to do is to add your 1 inch or 2 inches seam allowance, depending on how many inches you want to use. You just measure it up so that every measurement is even. I hope you understand. So this now is our seam allowance, but since this is a pattern, you can choose to add it and it becomes permanent for you. You can choose to just work with this one so that when you are cutting your fabric, you now include your seam allowance. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out, including the seam allowance. All right, so having cut it out, this is what we have as our basic sleeve. Now also, if you feel like you still want to use the old method, all you have to do is just to remove here. If you remove it, so this is the front of your sleeve, and the one that has this is the back of your sleeve. I hope you understand it. As you can see it, so this is the back. If you remove this one, this is the front of your sleeve. That is if you want to use the old method. But these days, we no longer do it like this. We just do it one way. Both the front and the back sleeve becomes the same thing. Thank you guys so very much for watching till the end. If my tutorial has been useful to you, just give me a thumbs up. I also appreciate you guys for being so kind. For the time you put into my videos, thank you a lot. And if you are new to my channel, I implore you to please hit on that subscribe icon and also touch the bell so you get notifications once I upload. Till we get to meet again in my next class. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and please take very good care of yourself. Bye.